Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening.
Fighting out of the red corner from HBF State Festival Hall, Melbourne Pavilion.
Not even backstage, we're literally outside.
Was that the best fight card in Australian MMA history?
Call me crazy, but make sure you call me when I'm right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Australian MMA podcast. My guest today is Diego El Pantera Negra Pereira. He is a former Australian MMA title challenger. He is a real he has been around the game for a very long time. He has fought the who's who. Diego has fought everyone. Like I said, he's beaten Abdullah Biata, who was at one point in time the pound-for-pound fighter, best fighter in Australia. He's mixed it up with Justin Van Heerden, who once again has also been the pound-for-pound best fighter in Australia. And, of course, he's even mixed it up with the UFC's budding star, that is Far Jack Jenkins. Diego Pereira has been an eternal man, basically his entire career. And then kind of shocked me a little bit when he jumped ship, if you will, to Beatdown Promotions to headline there. We asked Diego all about that. Is there sort of drama there? Is there sort of some fire there? Who knows? We're going to find out. And at 10-7 on a 2-fight win streak, but he's had his shots at the belt that kind of didn't come to fruition. We find out where Diego's head is at. Look, it's a good chat. It's a quick chat. It gets to the point. Of course, Diego is a consummate professional, and he's really, really well-spoken and thoughtful in his answers. So, always love having a chat to Diego Pereira. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of this beautiful message from one of our favourite friends of the show, PRP Global. On the other side, in 16 seconds' time, Diego El Pantera Negra Pereira.
Fuel the fight with Australian-made MMA-inspired streetwear and support the next generation of MMA superstars. Delivering unprecedented support to the Aussie MMA scene, support PRP Global on their journey. 100% of profits go to the fighters. Check PRP Global out today.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the show, Diego Pereira, El Pantera Negra, who will be taking on Karato Habara on July 13th, Beatdown Promotions 8, the main event at Eatons Hill Hotel in Queensland, July 13th. Mate, welcome, first of all. How are my pronunciations?
Listen, I think you pronounced it better than anyone I've ever heard. I'm still struggling to understand. But yeah, I guess Karato Habara is how it is. I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to it.
Mate, I'm very excited because I've obviously followed your career for a very, very long time, to the point where I've never actually gotten to watch you live, but I will be at Beatdown Promotions live to watch you because I really wanted to see you in the flesh, mate, because you've been an eternal boy this whole way up. I don't believe there's any negativity, but why the jump to this Beatdown matchup? Can you talk us through it?
Oh, you're right. There's no negativity at all. I was never under any exclusivity, like any exclusive contract with Eternal. I'm not on any exclusive thing with Beatdown either. The opportunity presented itself for me to headline Beatdown Promotions. The timing of it all was suitable for myself, and that's how it went. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Explain to the people where you're kind of at in your career. You've had your runs, you've had your hiccups here and there, but I think it's 10-7 now. I mean, you're on a 2-fight win streak, but like, where are you at? Is it still best in the world? Is it still UFC? Is it still Australian MMA titles? Like, where are you at?
Absolutely. I'm still chasing the dream, bro. I'm still trying my best. I love this. I live and breathe this. This is what I do every single day. I was here at the gym at 9 a.m. I will leave here tonight at 9 p.m. That's my day every day in the gym, teaching, training, upskilling, trying to become the best that I can be. I don't do nothing else. And for me, as far as my career goes, I'm still, I'm currently the number 1 ranked guy in Australia and New Zealand. I've been hustling. I've always been at the top of my game and still chasing to be the best I can be and trying to see globally where I can get to, so just focusing one step at a time. What's ahead of me right now is Beatdown Promotions on July 13th. I'll get done with this guy and then we'll see what happens next, but still wanting to be and get to the next level globally, and whatever presents itself for me, that's what we do.
Well, I have to ask you then, because I did see that on Tapology that you were ranked as number one, of course, with Justin Van Heerden going down to George Mangos as well, a good old rival of yours. But why were you? I mean, you're an eternal boy as well. I think everyone wants to know, like, why weren't you included in the Grand Prix?
With the Grand Prix is that the timing of it wasn't right for me. So I was already scheduled and matched for this July 13 bout. Then they released the Grand Prix. So I was already scheduled and matched. So obviously they couldn't include me in it because I was already busy and scheduled. So that's how it was.
And with your opponent, of course, it's going to be great to see you on Beatdown Promotions. We've obviously seen you fight some of the best in the world, but a little bit of research into this guy. I think he's 21. He's ranked 98th in Japan. I don't know how good their rankings are. His last win comes against a guy that's 1-8. We're used to seeing you against pretty much the guys that are on the doorstep of the UFC. Am I kind of missing something here, or like how did this matchup come about, and why is it against this guy?
Like I said, he was the match that presented itself. We were trying to find a match for the date that was suitable for me. Coming off, I had gotten married earlier during the year, went to my honeymoon, was away for a little bit, then was dealing with some injuries, then went through Ramadan, got done with that, alhamdulillah. And then, that matchup, the headline opportunity, all the date and everything presented itself. I've already fought everybody around here locally, you know what I'm saying? Eternal didn't have nothing for me. There was nothing else for me that was suitable. This matchup presented itself. It is an international opponent. He wanted it. He's got some skills. We took it, that's all it is.
So you are definitely still willing to mix it up with everyone and anyone in Australia?
Of course. My thing is I've already competed against the best. I've never said no to any matchups. Since day one, I've always fought the best guys out there. Hence, I'm ranked number one. You can look through my record and you can see the guys I've faced. Wins, losses, doesn't matter. I've always challenged myself to do that. This matchup presented itself. I'm taking it. We'll see what happens next.
And can you talk about your team exclusively with like the Fight Center boys? You're not sort of cross-training anywhere else?
That's right. All my training is being done here. Focused on working with the boys here. And yeah.
How good is it having a guy like Benny Johnston there? I think I saw he was up until 5 a.m. last night laying mats down on the gym floor. First off, how are those mats going, and what's it like having a coach and mentor like that?
Man, the mats are beautiful. Came in this morning, looked at it. It's just perfect. And yeah, Benny Johnston is as dedicated as he comes. Hence, he's accomplished and achieved what he has to this point. And yeah, having him on the mats, he's a true leader and dedicated to the craft of martial arts in general. And you see this guy work every single day. This gym is busy as hell, and he's got his hands on everything: boxing, Muay Thai, the jiu-jitsu, the MMA. He's studying, he's doing his thing, and also doing his own thing, pursuing his own career. So, yeah, man, being here surrounded by him and all the guys, we all get a rub and we just bring it, and then we just obviously raise our own levels as well. So Benny Johnston is a legend.
Is it a weird sort of time in the gym in the sense of like you've got guys that are right at the doorstep? Benny Johnston nearly at the UFC really should get a look in. I think Chelsea Hackett just went down. You've then got Darcy Vendy, who his fights have been falling out, having to be rescheduled. You got Nick Kepu, who unfortunately was on a tear and then had a bit of a speed bump along the way. Is it always a tough time in the gym because you guys are right at the top? Like every single one of your fighters are like right at the top of sort of cracking it and making it. And obviously you guys are quite close. Do you really feel it when guys fall short?
Of course, man. Of course. We're like the bond that we have is family. Whenever your family is hurt, you're hurt. If your team goes down, you sort of feel down a little bit as well. It's inevitable. But what are you gonna do? This is the game. It is unforgiving. We're out here, we're doing our work, but our results still speaks for itself. We still got more wins than losses. We're still on a high. We're still cracking. We're still working. we take the wins with the losses, and we just keep working, man. We just keep taking one foot in front of the other and taking another step and looking to do and improve upon whatever happened and learning from our teammates' losses, whatever that was, and just looking to get to the next one and improve upon that. So yeah, it does, it is bummy when our teammate loses, but if you couldn't win if you couldn't lose. So you have to understand that when you come into this game, and yeah, everybody's got their head up still and just looking ahead.
Do you feel like everyone is sort of sleeping on Diego Pereira a little bit? Because, I mean, there was a lot of noise with, your Sam Kikembos, Jarrett Wilbrahams, Justin Van Heerden, George Mangos, then you got the Grand Prix, Seb Saleh, Dim Skilly. And I feel like the man that's normally in the mix with all of that is Diego Pereira, and he's kind of, no one's calling him out. He's not been thrown into the mix in the last couple of months. Do you feel like you're getting slept on at all?
I mean, I'm not even concerned about those guys, it's like, that's the game. It's like if you understand war, if you understand how things are run, if you understand like combat, you focus on what's ahead of you, focus on what's in front of you. Obviously there's these guys in my division. Most of them I've already competed against. There's some coming up, there's Grand Prix, there's these and that. This is like a promotional thing that they're trying to do to keep the business running. But Dim Skilly's, Mangos, like guys are jumping back and forth, and there's talent everywhere, there's skill everywhere. But when it comes to the featherweight division and the guys that's been there from day one, you can't talk about the division without mentioning my name, Jake. They know this. I've competed against the best, everybody that's come up and has been to the UFC and other promotions and stuff like that. I'm concerned and focused on what's in front of me, July 13th. And these guys, whether or not they're thinking about me or talking about me or whatnot, it doesn't really matter. I'm still sleeping well at night. I'm just focused on doing me and doing my job, and we'll see what happens next.
And speaking of July 13th, before I let you run, I mean, how does this fight go down? Your main eventing, I mean, it's a big responsibility, and you got to carry the card in a way. How does this fight go down, and what can we expect July 13th?
Yeah, it's nothing new to me. I've main events before, and it seems like I'm the man to do it. I go out there, I put on a show. People are excited about it. I'm excited about it. Every time I show up, I show out, and people come to see the Black Panther for a reason, and it is because of the skill and the talent and the entertainment value that I also bring. So July 13th is going to be no different. I'm going to come out. I'm going to show out. I'm going to put it on a show. I'm going to pick this guy apart and look to finish him wherever this fight goes. Listen, if people are interested, this is Beatdown Promotions number 8 going down live at Eatons Hill Hotel July 13th. Man, this event is cracking. It's going to be exciting. I'm the main event, of course, and I can't wait to be there and show out. So if you want to come through, just look up beatdownpromotions.com. And when you buy your tickets at checkout, select yours truly, Diego Pereira, as a support if you want to do that. Otherwise, you can just tune in onto YouTube, man, wherever you find yourself in the world. Do not miss it.
You're the best, fella. I'll see you in Brisbane.
Thank you.